You're listening to the MTG Sold podcast. This is the week of July 20th through 26th, 2026. Welcome back. If you're just looking at the top line numbers on TCGPlayer for July 20th through the 26th, you might think the sky is falling. Revenue's down about 12% week over week. But take a breath and let's look at what we're measuring against. The week prior, we had MagicCon Amsterdam, the Hobbit debut, and the Marvel Pro Tour back-to-back. Last week, absolute dead air. No major events, just a natural post-hype hangover. The daily line hovered around 1,200 units a day, and that's perfectly normal. The real story isn't the dip. It's where the money is hiding right now. Between the Hobbit play and the collector displays, they ate up nearly 40% of the entire week's volume, and both of them went up. Play boosters pushed around $180, and collectors held strong above $830. The set doesn't even drop until August 14th. What we're seeing is players aggressively parking their cash in sealed product they can't even touch for 3 weeks, while the in-hand market, the singles you can actually sleeve up today, is bleeding out. Everyone is hoarding their cash for Middle-earth. The big test is going to be whether this FOMO holds after the full card gallery drops on July 31st. Let me clean up 2 mistakes I made on last week's show regarding Marvel. First, the gift bundle. I called that price drop a massive restock, and I was just wrong. It was a staggered launch that I totally missed on the release calendar. It hit shelves on July 17th, so that price dropping down to $79, that was not mass exodus, that was just a new product finding its floor now that the pre-order crowd has their copies. Second correction is the Marvel Commander decks. I mentioned a rumored restock wave that never officially materialized from Wizards, but looking at our actual supply data, something definitely landed. Supply on the 4 regular decks surged. Doom Prevail's listings alone were up over 30%. Meanwhile, the Surge Foil Collector Editions dried up by about 20%. And right on cue, the price bleed on those premium decks stopped dead. Scarcity kicked in. The premium supply shrank, and the floor solidified. Also, if you've been holding out on Marvel Jumpstart, you did the right thing. The shipping delay bottleneck is officially over. Supply on TCGPlayer tripled in 7 days. The price cooled off to around $153, and the desperate buying frenzy has completely collapsed. Now, let's talk about the weirdest mover of the week. The Hobbit Scene Box, specifically Treasures of Smaug. This thing spiked 35%, jumping from $75 to $101. The actual number of boxes sold didn't really change at all, but half the sellers vanished. You might assume the cheap listings naturally evaporated, except the other Scene Box cracked the plates, lost even more sellers, and the price didn't move a single cent. It's not a seller exodus, it's the cardboard inside. Smaug the Impenetrable is shaping up to be an absolute house in Commander. Players are quietly buying up the sealed boxes to guarantee they get a copy before the single market realizes how broken those treasure token synergies are going to be. Last thing before we wrap. Older booster boxes are quietly evaporating off the market. Duskborn play displays, Foundations, and Tarkir Dragonstorm all lost about 30% of their listings last week, with prices staying flat or drifting slightly up. Phyrexia All Will Be One set boosters did the same thing, which makes sense. Set boosters are a dead format, so scarcity is naturally kicking in. But those other 3 are actively in print. When you see 3 unrelated in-print sets all drain 30% of their supply in exactly 7 days with zero news, That usually means big stores are quietly cracking boxes for singles to replenish inventory. Either that, or someone is orchestrating a very quiet buyout. Keep an eye on it. Going into this week, just keep your eyes on those Hobbit pre-order prices, post-gallery drop, and see if that smog box can actually hold a $100 price tag. And watch to see if those Marvel premium decks ever catch a restock wave. That's all I've got today. Catch you next time. Full report on the website at mtgsold.com. Thank you.